Hey, Superfans, welcome to Livin' Local, the official podcast of BlackHillSuperFan.com. This show helps you get to know local business and community leaders and helps keep you informed and enlightened about this beautiful place we live called the Black Hills. I'm your host, Brian Leslie. Today, we are living local with the brand new golf professional at Elkhorn Ridge Golf Club, Mike Mendleson. Well, Mike, thanks for taking the time to speak with us today on Living Local.
You bet. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
And we are here in the pro shop at the Elkhorn Ridge Golf Course. We're just east of Spearfish. I guess technically we're kind of in the Spearfish city limits, are we not?
Yeah, no, it's definitely part of Spearfish, and this is where our home is, and we want to be a part of Spearfish.
Yep. So we're just right off of exit 17, and if you've driven I-90, you've driven by it 100 times, and most of you that are listening probably know exactly where we are. But we're gearing up as we're recording this today. It's kind of a blustery day in April. Spring is kind of slow getting here. And Mike, I know that having come from Grand Junction, Colorado, as you told me a minute ago, it's probably like just chomping at the bit to get out there.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's definitely when we left Grand Junction, we were golfing there. So, and then coming here and not being able to golf for a couple months has been hard. So I'm very excited actually to get out there and start playing a little bit and getting people out on the golf course, getting in a routine here in the shop. So.
And of course, for those that are listening to this in the middle of summer or the middle of winter, you can either be, we're playing this week, or we're dreaming about playing next summer or whatever. But Mike is new as the new pro here at Elkhorn Ridge. So I guess let's begin, Mike, with telling us a little bit about, we mentioned you're from Grand Junction. What's your background?
So I've been in the golf industry now for 20 plus years. I've been a head professional at Book Cliff Country Club in Grand Junction, and then my last 6 years I was the director of golf for the city of Grand Junction, where I oversaw 2 municipal golf entities.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, and so that's just basically professional there. I didn't really grow up playing the game. I played baseball, basketball, other sports like that, but then kind of fell in love with golf in my late high school years, where I kind of stopped playing basketball a little bit, and my dad said, well, if you're going to stop playing a sport, you got to pick up another one. So the golf team at my high school didn't have a whole lot of people playing. And so the golf coach there kind of talked me into going out for the team, and I just got bit by the golf bug immediately, and then just kind of pursued it more throughout college and then throughout my years. And I went to school at Mesa State University, which is now Colorado Mesa, which is in Grand Junction. They didn't have a golf team there, but I just worked at a golf course while I was going to school and just kept playing and improving and kind of working my way up the ranks through all the businesses that I worked at. I started out at Lincoln Park Golf Course, which is kind of a neat story because I worked there as picking the range, and then later on I went back there to actually run the golf course. So kind of I've worked every position in the golf business.
Started from picking up golf balls on the driving range to from there to the top.
Yep. So that's kind of my story in a nutshell.
But you've got a broad range of experience in the golf business, at least on the retail side and the playing side here, to run a course.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, I've got, ran the gamut of jobs in golf in Grand Junction, and that's, one of the main reasons we wanted to move up here is I just kind of wanted to see what golf was like in another area, and this area is appealing because it kind of reminds me a little bit of Colorado. It's been a little colder and snowier, but...
Well, people may not know this, but the west slope of Colorado is, if you've ever spent any time out there, it's actually pretty mild.
Yeah.
And it's arid. It's kind of dry.
Yeah, it's really, it's interesting because people always think you're from Colorado, you spend a lot of time in the snow, but Grand Junction's not like that at all. I mean, we're 45 minutes away from a ski resort, but down in that valley, it's kind of protected, and it's, I always tell people it's kind of like a high desert. Not a lot of precipitation, not a lot of snow.
Do you play golf like all year?
You can. I mean, there's years where we're, closed for like 2 months, and then there's years where, like this year, where there was no closures. We were playing all through January and everything.
My goodness. Yeah. Well, I've known that, having lived in the Black Hills now for, decade and a half, you can play golf almost every month of the year here, like maybe one day in December. We might get a 60-degree day in January or one in February. So, I mean, it's possible. The conditions not going to be the greatest, but, I mean, it is possible still. It's still not quite like the Western Slope, but the weather up here is just a little different, like you said.
Well, definitely, and I've noticed the weather. I mean, there's good days up here, no question. I mean, it's just like it's kind of a lot different weather patterns. I mean, you get like I kind of equate this climate almost to more like Denver. Like, you get the 70-degree day and then it snows 8 inches the next day. So it's just kind of a little more schizophrenic.
That's a great word, schizophrenic weather. Oh, my word. Well, have you had a chance to familiarize yourself with the golf course? I know that you just got here a few months ago, but you had a chance to drive around and look at it?
Yeah, I've been around it twice now on cart. Can't wait to play it. We haven't actually been out there to play yet, but I've gone around a cart twice and just, I mean, the beauty of the facility, and it's just remarkable, the scenery, especially on the back nine. Those canyon holes and a lot of drastic elevation change, which is very unique, I think, to South Dakota and up here. So very excited to get people out and starting to enjoy the golf course.
Yeah, the back nine having been opened, I believe, last year, so this would be the second full season we've had on the back nine.
Yeah, I think it's pretty close to the second. I think it might have been open a few months more than a year, but it's pretty new.
The topography you mentioned on this course is a little bit unique. I mean, there's a lot of elevation change. Another thing about this course is it's open. It's almost like a links course in certain places. And you're battling the wind, too.
Yeah, I mean, you've got some elevated tee shots and the wind is blowing out here. There's a lot of exposed areas with, with the wind blowing and being up in the air on tee boxes. So it's kind of a mountain links course, it's kind of a cool golf course because there's probably not a lot of places like it. I mean, because you've got the Centennial Valley, which run through, and then the hills on both sides. It's
really a beautiful setting if you've not been up here.
Gorgeous, yeah.
Yeah, it's an awesome setting. Now, with the course, being the age that it is it still kind of finding its own?
I think every time you grow in a golf course, it can take some time for stuff to mature. But I think our staff, Greg Brandreit, our superintendent, he's been around for like 10 years out here now, so he understands the soil and everything. And I think the back nine's coming in good because of Greg's expertise and bringing that along. So he's got a lot of experience working with the soils here, and I think that's a big thing whenever you go anywhere at a golf course.
Now, for the record, Elkhorn Ridge is a municipal golf course or not?
Well, we're not government owned, so we're not municipal. We are a public golf course.
Public golf course is the right word.
That's what you're looking for. We're kind of like a public golf course with, we do have some resort traffic as well with the, kind of a resort public.
Yep.
That's one thing that a lot of people ask me when I tell them, went to work up at Elkhorn Ridge Golf Club. Well, is that private? No, it's open to the public, and we welcome the public out here.
Sure. And you do have league play, and do you have a membership out here?
Yes, we do have a couple of different memberships, actually. We have one option that it's like a 4-day membership. We call that our Centennial membership, which is you can pick Monday through Thursday or Tuesday through Friday, so you're restricted to playing those days. And then we also have our full 7-day Elkhorn Ridge membership. So, I mean, both affordable options. And, if you ever need any more information, just check in with us or check our website, which is golfelkhorn.com.
And then if somebody wants lessons, or what other services do you offer?
We're a full-service golf operation with, club fitting, club repair, snack bar, and then, like you said, we do have, myself, I'm a PGA member, and I have an assistant professional out here, so both of us do teach. And we'll have beginner lessons as well as group lessons for adults and junior lessons, and we'll run the gamut. So, like I said, full-service golf operation. And
the pro shop here as well, where you can purchase things, stock up on supplies, gifts. I suppose if you have a golfer in your family, you're looking for something for Father's Day or for Christmas or whatever it might be.
Yeah, no, it's a nice little golf shop in here, and we'll have a wide variety of things to choose from, and hope to get some like local stuff in here too, just as a it's a destination. Get some get a little local thing
Sure.
so people stop in, they can take something home, or give out some neat Christmas gifts from the Black Hills.
Now, Mike, you did mention destination, and of course the golf course is here along with the RV park and resort. You've got the new convenience store with the Dickey's Barbecue too within walking distance. So this area is really kind of coming into its own as a destination place.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we got all sorts of stuff happening out here. As far as we actually just broke ground on our Miller Creek pub, which will be going up next golf season, and so there's a lot of things going on out here. You mentioned the gas station, but there's a lot of housing that's being built out here.
Yeah, I didn't mention the housing
Yeah.
development is actually going to be expanding, I think, in the spring and summer of 2018.
Right, and then bookings for the resort are always full, so we're just trying to get the word out there and kind of be a part of the property.
Tell me a little bit more about the new pub.
Yeah, so it's going to be called the Miller Creek Pub. It's going to be just off behind the driving range over here. We'll have they're just breaking ground. We're going to have the footprint done this year, and then so probably for 2019 we'll have that open with an expanded food and beverage operation.
So it's go in, sit down place. Is that what it's going to be like?
Yeah, I mean, I think definitely during the golf season we'll have an expanded variety with hopefully expanded beer and liquor, as well as menu options as well.
Having a few local brews, as we're getting more breweries in this area.
Hopefully, yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah,
it would be.
It's and then also there'll be an area in there for range bays, so you could hit balls when it's not so nice out as well. So that'll also give us more expanded lesson offerings and club fitting offerings as well.
More of the year, more of the calendar year.
Yes.
Then awesome. Well, let's talk about one thing I like to ask all of our guests is challenges and rewards. And owning a business or running an operation like a golf course always has its challenges. What would you say is like one of the biggest challenges of running a golf course?
I think running a golf course, like one of the biggest challenges is just really fitting into a community. I mean, I think that there's so oftentimes like people that play golf, they understand the value of a golf course too, because they play golf. But a lot of people out there, just think that golf courses are just for golfers. So I think that one of the biggest challenges to the industry is just finding different ways to fit into the community around, and finding ways to get people to understand the value of a golf course, and what we can bring to other events, not just golf operations as well. So when we get the new building online, I think there'll be some offerings for business lunches and meetings and of that variety, and just having an expanded role in the community.
And talk about maybe some of that, like a golf course is actually a beautiful place. I mean, it adds to the curb appeal of any community.
Well, I mean, it's an undervalued asset. I think as far as even I did come from a municipal entity, and we really tried to stress the importance of golf courses to a growing economy. Like if someone's looking at bringing in a business, they're not going to want to bring it in there unless it's got some outdoor recreational activities for their employees coming in.
Yeah.
So there's a
lot of deals are made on the golf course,
exactly,
right?
and it runs the gamut of that kind of thing. So to have a full scale golf operation like this in the community can only add to it.
Yep. What about the reward? Actually with the challenges, I was thinking maybe, it'd be the weather. You can't really do much with the weather.
Well,
but
this is going to be a challenge for sure up here. I mean, I've worked in a more, like a 9 or 10 month golf season. This one's going to be more like 6 or 7 month golf season. So, jamming everything into that.
Yep.
That'll be a challenge that we're looking, but I also know that weather's weather, and you just have to deal with it. That's part of the business. So yeah.
You got to do that.
Yeah.
What about rewards? Every business also has its rewards. The thing that you wake up or something happens to you during the day, and you say, this is why I'm in this business. This is why I love it. Tell me about one of those moments.
Well, I mean, there's lots of, golf is, I love, dealing with customers and working with customers, but I would say overarching that, if I can get someone just to buy in and play golf. I had someone in my life that, really, my old golf coach in high school, he one of the large reasons I'm here is because he, really got me into the game of golf. So, and if I wouldn't have, I don't know, who knows where I would have been, but so,
Wow.
You know, probably would have been successful doing something else, hopefully, but it just, you know, it's kind of
Yeah,
weird
it's the way
how
it works.
things happen in your life. So I just kind of want to be, I like being that person for other people. I've got a student that I still work with in Colorado. She's a freshman in high school. She, you know, can shoot par, and I've learned a lot from working with her, and those situations have really helped me. I mean, it, you know, kind of puts things in perspective when you
Yep.
have, you know, kind of,
Yeah, and you're paying it forward now.
Yeah,
I mean, you
exactly.
know what?
Yeah.
What was his name? Your golf instructor, your coach.
His name was Bob Carbone. He's
Bob
since
Carbone.
passed. So yeah, since passed
I
away.
see.
But yeah, I mean, I was just.
A big influence on
Yeah,
you.
just,
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's
you know,
awesome.
It's weird how like it just all happened. Like
What high school was that?
Central High School in Grand Junction.
Okay.
So
yeah.
I wasn't a golfer, and he got me into playing golf, and now look where we're at. So
Look where we're at.
Yeah.
All right, Mike, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to get into our speed round, including maybe finding out something that folks may not know about Elkhorn Ridge Golf Course, and we're going to talk about a few keys to success to the business here. So we'll be right back. Hey, it's Brian Leslie here, founder of the Superfan Project. In 2017, and with a lot of help from an amazing team, we founded BlackHillSuperfan.com for two reasons. First, to help support local businesses in our towns in a world where big retail and internet big box competition make it tough to survive. Second, we built it to deliver to you, our Superfan members, extraordinary value in the form of discounts and savings at these local businesses. But we wanted to go beyond coupons. Not only do we want you to save money, we want you to get to know business and community leaders. We want to deliver news, cool facts, and things about the beautiful Black Hills that maybe you didn't know, and that you can share with your friends and neighbors and family. Your $7 monthly membership helps support our efforts, and our goal is to deliver back to you 5 to 10 times that amount in savings. And remember, unlike other deal sites, with BlackHillSuperfan.com, when you make a purchase at a local business, 100% of that money goes to that business. It stays in the local community. That's what helps make us unique and helps your spending power have more impact right here in town. So if you haven't subscribed yet, head to BlackHillSuperfan.com and click on the sign up button today. We'd love to have you. Thank you. And as we like to say, we love living local. And welcome back to Living Local, the BlackHillSuperfan.com official podcast. And again, we are with Mike Mendleson, who is the new pro here at the Elkhorn Ridge Golf Course in Spearfish, South Dakota. And Mike, are you ready for our speed round?
Sure, Brian. Let's hit it, man.
First question is, what is something about the Elkhorn Ridge Golf Course that maybe people don't know?
You know, I'm still trying to figure out some of those things out here myself. But anyways, I just think that, you know, overall golf, like people show up to play golf, and, you know, and a lot of times the golf course is in great shape, or, you know, the range is picked up. I just think there's so many things that go on behind the scenes for, you know, people to really have a great, enjoyable experience. And we got a lot of staff out there that a lot of times they mow the greens and everything before people even get out on the golf course. So it's like, it's kind of a cool thing to have them get the golf course ready, and kind of, it's kind of neat that people don't know how many people are out there, because that's how
you kind of want them to be a bit invisible, but what they do is totally visible,
not intrusive, right?
Yeah, not
and
intrusive.
That's what we always say is like our biggest sign of customer, customer service is just having that good golf product out there and everything set up when people get here.
Sure. I mean, how many golf balls does it take to run a driving range?
You know, we probably got about 5,000 in that machine out there, a driving range, if you're gonna have a good one. Because if you don't have enough golf balls, they just get chewed up and beat up, and
How many golf carts do you have available for rent?
60 golf carts in the barn out there right now. So, you know, the maintenance on those, especially the electric carts. So we fill the batteries with water every month, and, you know, just keeping those things up is, you know, it can be quite a process.
It goes on behind the scenes that people never see, but boy, you got to have it.
Yeah.
How long is this golf course?
7,300 yards.
So it's fairly
from
long.
the tips, but we do have 5 sets of tees. Offer a playable golf course for all ability levels.
All right, awesome. Well, let me ask you this: what do you think is the key to success? Whether you're running the golf course here at Elkhorn Ridge or golf courses in Grand Junction, to you, what is the key to success making this work?
I mean, we just, key to success at golf business is, here or anywhere is just, making an experience for customers that want to come back. I mean, it's a customer relations industry, and, definitely customer service is something that we'll pride ourselves on and keep trying to get people to come out and enjoy the.
How do you do that?
I think it's just building relationships. I mean, just like in your business or any other business, I mean, you have to get out there and kind of make yourself known, and then also just kind of, it's kind of a wayward like a golf. I think the golf business got off in a little different foot there at times where, we tried to pull ourselves back and make ourselves a little more professional. But really what always made the golf pro go and the golf business go was, being able to be an expert and someone that people trust and come and ask questions, fit clubs, get lessons, and I think, if we can get back to building that relationship, it makes it a lot easier.
And it's like the first impression for somebody who's like, let's say they park down here at the RV park, coming up to play golf, first time they've been up here, having somebody to say hello.
Oh, yeah.
Simple as that.
That's when I worked at a private course in Grand Junction, my boss, he used to work for Marriott. He used to call that so we're big fans of the Marriott Rule. When someone's within 10 feet of you, you have to say hello to them. So, and that's something that I've always taken with me wherever I've gone.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, running a business or running a golf course takes a lot of time. It takes a lot out of you. I mean, just ask anybody. In fact, life in general. I mean, there's a lot of demands on our time. So for you personally, what do you do that you think leads to your ability to achieve success? I mean, for some people it might be a morning routine that they have. For some people it might be something as simple as running, jogging or staying physically fit or working out or lifting weights or yoga. Is there something that you do that you try to do anyway that you feel like just really gives you what you need to get through the day?
Well, I mean, I think it's interesting that you asked that question because it is like life anymore. I think it's gotten you think it's going to get easier as you get older, but I mean everything's just gotten more complicated. There's more technology, more things, and I mean for me it's just been I've got two little kids at home. And it's hard sometimes to just throw your phone over on the couch, but it's something that I've just started to do is just put my phone away when I get home and just take whether it's 30 minutes or an hour and just play with the kids and try not to look at my emails or any of that stuff, because I think it's you need some time away from it, and then also like everybody has their routines. I mean, my routine right now is waking up with my 2.5-year-old and making him waffles and things like that. So I'd love to say that I exercise every day. I need to get back into that routine, but we'll get there maybe.
So you have 2 children?
I do, yes. Yeah. A son and a daughter. My wife, Julie, moved up here. We all moved. So we've got a nice little family. I've got a 2.5-year-old and a 10-month-old.
Oh, my goodness. You guys had your hands full.
Oh, my goodness.
I love the idea of you just throwing the phone down and not picking it up after you get home.
Yeah, I got to do it sometimes because, and my wife, we always have a policy at dinner that there's no phones or anything at the dinner table. But, I mean, I've even started just when I get home just throwing it in the closet or something, so I just don't go and answer it. If it's in your pocket, you'll just pick it out of there, so...
Now, this final question is one that somebody once told me. Says, sounds like I'm on my job interview. So pardon me if it does, since you just went on one here not too long ago for this job. But where do you see yourself? Where do you see the golf course in 5 years?
It's a good question. And I think out here, one of the reasons why we moved here was just because I think the opportunity is so great up here. I mean, the area is really growing. Not just the Elkhorn Ridge, but I think the area, the Black Hills in general, Spearfish. So I really think the opportunity up here is great. I think the business, I see as the housing development and all that stuff keeps going, the Miller Creek Pub, I mean, this is going to be a really sought after place for customers as well as tourists. And that's, one of the main reasons we moved up here.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you, how did you come in contact with this to move up here?
So, the golf professionals, I'm a member of the PGA, so the Professional Golfers Association of America. We actually have PGA Links website that we subscribe to that has a career development path, and so this position was advertised on that network you have to be at a certain level to qualify for some jobs, and this one was in the qualifications that that I have, which is, I'm really qualified and working on my certified PGA golfer operations. So
right.
So it just all kind of worked out. And my wife, actually, her grandparents used to live in Rapid City when she was growing up. So it was one of the areas that we could check off as
she
a place
knew a
to
little
move to.
bit about it, so she knew.
She never spent a winter here, though. So,
but hello, welcome. But at least there's a little frame of reference. But when you move up here, a few people are ever disappointed. When they come,
and it's been shocking. I mean, it's been crazy. Like, we talked to people that. Like some of the first people we met up here were, people that had moved from Grand Junction years ago, and also know like my wife's aunt from when they used to live up here. So it's just crazy how small the world is, Brian.
It is.
You think you can get away, but you can't.
You can't. No, you can't. That's right. Well, Mike Mendleson, thank you for spending time with us on Living Local today.
Yeah.
And best of luck as you grow the golf product here at Elkhorn Ridge.
Oh, thank you very much, and thanks for the opportunity.
Hey, and one more thing before we go. Just a word about how BlackHillSuperFan.com is even more unique. When you sign up, your $7 monthly membership is converted into official Superfan credits. 28 credits for $7. And you can use these in many ways, including unlocking discount deals at local businesses and entering to win monthly prize drawings. So check it out today at BlackHillSuperFan.com, where we love living local. And one more thing I'd invite you to do if you wouldn't mind. Head over to iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts and leave us an honest review. Let us know what you think about living local. We appreciate your time and thank you for listening.